Good afternoon. Today is Friday the 13th, May 13th. You don't have on a mask today. With me is Councilmember Hoheisel, and welcome to the Council Chat.
I appreciate it. Yeah, if I had a mask with me, you think I'd be wearing this face? Happy Friday the 13th, Wichita. It's always one of my favorite dates, so hopefully the bad luck sticks outside the city of Wichita and
outside
doesn't seep inside. So, and if it does, District 1 is a great place for it to start.
All right, next week we have the Board of Bids, as we do on most weeks. Also, during the Board of Bids, we talk about how the RFPs that go out, you can see if you're a local business that wants to do business with the city. That's always one of those slides, so definitely want to encourage people to pay attention to that as we go through that.
Yeah, Councilmember Johnson does a good job of posting it, so if you check his social media, he will be constantly posting about doing business with the city of Wichita. And if you have a legitimate business that qualifies, there's no reason that you cannot be considered or even eventually winning some of these contracts. So please, the more bids we get, the better for us, because then we have a selection of quality companies and cost-effective companies. So definitely something to look out for. Also, we're going to discuss a contract to print our utility bills. We have about 5,500 utility bills that are printed every day. Again, for cost effectiveness, bang for the buck, and just consistency, it'll be a good thing for us to see the best contract that we can get on this one as well.
Yeah, definitely. And I think so many people, I don't know if you've toured Public Works and Utilities yet, but just seeing how much actual in-house work that they do from all of our signs in Wichita. They actually print those, they cut those. I think people think that's all done by machine. They actually do all of that by hand. The traffic lights, you look at them up on those poles and they are, I guess at a distance they look small, but some of those are taller than me, and I'm 6'1". I mean, it's just huge stuff, and Public Works does this stuff day in and day out. So this is another thing that they're taking on as well.
Yeah, I did get a chance to see the traffic light up close, and you're not lying. It looks like it's about 3 feet tall when you're in your car. When you're actually standing next to it, a little more imposing.
Yeah.
And the light bulbs are the size of your head. So
Yeah.
It definitely gives a different perspective. Maybe sometime we should have a Mr. Rogers field trip and take a film crew back through there and show them what Public Works actually does.
We should. They do a whole lot, and we're better for them and all the work that they do.
Yes, sir.
Another thing we're doing is we'll be approving a contract to mitigate sludge at the wastewater treatment plant. So if anyone's been out to District 3, then we'll be doing a contract to look at that.
Yeah, we need it cleared away as much as possible. Keep that human waste moving.
Yep.
And we're also looking at repairing and removing dangerous and unsafe structures. This is an issue for our city. A lot of times unsafe structures become breeding grounds for vice, for people to break into and sometimes do unseemly things there. So it's not just a matter of taking houses that don't look like they're up to code and demolishing them. There's a very real element of public safety that comes with looking at a lot of these houses and structures. So our job is to look at it and make the best judgment that we can and move forward. And again, always keeping in mind priority number one, which is safety of our residents.
Yep, and I think you and I hear that probably the most in our districts. And like you said, a lot of the times as neighborhood association presidents reach out, and it's more than just being unsightly. It's they see it bringing down their property value, especially with the tall grass and weeds. It brings in the dumping, and they have to deal with that and the rodents and other pests that come with it. And that a lot of these folks are just looking for help. And we try to respect the property rights of the property, but then we also have to look at the property rights of those who surround it. And it's always tough when these come up, but it's a necessity to public safety, like you said.
Yeah, I can't tell you how many times I see the notices coming in from our fire chief, Chief Snow, and she'll give the address of an unsafe structure that caught on fire because of derelict wiring, because of people who have broken in there and again are doing unseemly things there that they should not be. So if you see this time and time and time again, you start to understand the issue from a different perspective that you might not from the outside. So there's a lot that goes into these decisions, and like I mentioned earlier, you just try to make the wisest decision possible.
Yep. Also, next week, we'll be considering de-annexing a portion of Park City and the airport marketing contract to make sure everybody knows about how great our airport is, and hopefully we get some more visitors to our city.
Right. The more visitors we can get here, the better. And we have a world-class airport out there now, and it's beautiful. We had the chance of flying out of there a couple of months ago, and very little apprehension coming from the airport. A little bit of apprehension coming from the small airplane I got on, but the airport did fine. So, so council member, what do you have going on this weekend? Anything fun in particular?
I don't know if you call it fun. I've got some housework to do. So working on some room renovations, some yard work, and trying to figure out where to get some new trees planted at one of the community gardens my organization's involved in. So we talk about the tree canopy. One of our awesome board members has secured, I think he said 30 trees that we want to plant. I don't know how we're going to do that all on one lot, but I think between the two lots we have, we'll probably get some of those planted. So be out doing some hard work, breaking the sweat, and then after that, trying to relax and enjoy the work that we did. What about you?
Listen to all this work. I'll work. Actually, I think Saturday afternoon at Shamrock, there's going to be blues and barbecue. So, that's something.
To stop by.
Yeah, something my wife has on the agenda. You know, working this job in the odd hours, you come to realize just how much you miss family time and time with people. So even though you'll be doing housework, you'll be doing it with your family.
Yeah.
And even that, you can appreciate that a lot more than you used to.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. You've been a very good mentor to me so far. You've been giving me a lot of good advice with council, how to approach a job, and I appreciate that. I just wanted to say that. And one of the funner aspects of council is just the banter we can get going back and forth behind the scenes. It's always a pleasure sitting next to you at a council, because sometimes incidents arise during the city council meeting, and you got to let off a little bit of stress. So it's nice to be able to share a joke or two with you while we're up there.
Oh, man, same here. The pleasure is all mine, and especially connecting on all our old high school buddies and football buddies and all those stories. So, yeah, it's always been good, and I'm glad to help. I mean, again, you know, this is all citywide. We represent a district, but, you know, there's large portions of District 3 I definitely want to help work with you on. So definitely, I'm excited. It's been good.
Yeah, our districts are very similar, sister districts, I suppose you could call us, and north of Kellogg, south of Kellogg. We'll get into that rivalry a little more as we go along, and I will be more than happy to take you on a foodie tour throughout the district, because
I'm ready.
I keep hearing District 1 has the best restaurants, but
we do, but you know, District 3 close second.
Yeah. We'll put it to a test. What do you say, Wichita? Sometime we'll have a taste off. All the districts can come in here, and we know it'll be between District 1 and District 3.
Of course.
But we'll give the other ones a shot as well. So
we'll let them think that they have a shot.
All right. Well, thank you, Wichita, for joining us. Please be sure to subscribe and follow on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcast. Tune into next Tuesday's City Council meeting. They're all very interesting. And just stay up to date on what's going on in our fair city.